Hey everybody, welcome to day 3, Breakfast with Bob from beautiful Edmonton, Canada. My name is Bob Edmonton. We're brought to you by Master Spas, SFuels, going longer, Quintana, HOKA on a Form Smart Swim Goggles, Zoot Sports, the original triathlon brand, Premium Plus Sports, and of course our Challenged Athletes Foundation. Our next guest, India Lee, who had the distinct pleasure of being part of Kat Matthews' Sub-8 Challenge. How you doing, India?
I'm doing good, thanks. How are you doing?
I am spectacular. Was that one of the coolest things that you've ever been a part of, being there when Kat shattered 8 hours?
Oh, yeah, literally one of the coolest things I've done in triathlon, in my life, yeah.
And the logistics of that thing. Mm-hmm. And you were involved swim, bike, and run?
Yeah, busy day.
Yeah, and a lot of pressure.
Yeah, like a lot of pressure because we wanted to be there for Kat.
Right.
But mostly it was a lot of fun.
It's really?
Yeah.
Because so in the swim, how did you work with her on the swim?
Well, Kat quickly taught us Morse code from her army days. No, joking. We had a series. We just had a language of tapping feet and waiting, see if she was on my feet. If she wasn't on my feet, then I'd wait for her to tap my feet again, and then we carried on. Okay,
so when she tapped your feet, you knew she was there?
Yeah, I knew she was there, yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
And so the pressure must have been off a little bit when you get out of the water and you're okay, time-wise.
Well, yeah, because we thought that we would lose time in the water to Nicola's team.
Yes.
And we came out a tiny bit ahead. We'll say we came out
But still ahead.
Yeah, we came out ahead. So that was a couple of minutes that we thought we would have lost. And then, so that felt pretty good.
Yes.
And then it was down to the super bikers on the bike.
Right.
So, yeah.
And then, of course, then you have to run.
Then we had to run, yeah.
And at one point, Nicola goes by.
Yeah.
She goes by, and we're talking an Olympic gold medalist, Olympic silver medalist, and one of the best runners in the history of the sport.
Absolutely, yeah.
And Kat goes back by her.
Well, yeah, like I just kept saying to Kat, like all day, it just comes down to the last 10K.
Yes.
And Nicola went past us before the last 10K.
Right.
So I just said, like, just hold your nerve, like, we've got this. And then we went back by. Well,
and you knew that if Nicola caught her, she had to go pretty hard. So she might have dug herself a little hole.
I had the advantage of, I heard one of her pacemakers come off after one of her first stints on the run. And she was saying, oh, they're running too fast. So I kind of
felt like
I banked that. And I thought, maybe like it's not over till it's over.
The hard part about a race like that, you're either first or you're last.
Yeah.
Right?
There's no middle ground.
It's not like, okay, I got the silver. No, it's that person won. Now both went sub-8. Which was awesome.
They both were way under sub-8.
Way under sub-8.
Yeah.
So was there a big celebration afterwards?
Huge. Yeah.
You got a big party?
Big party. Yeah. There was the VIP tent was about 10 meters away from the finish line. So
perfect.
We never went far from there.
Yeah. Now you have had a nice year this year. You're happy so far with the season?
Yeah, I am. Yeah, I feel like I'm building quite well. So
good.
I'm in a good position. I've got a bit of momentum behind me. So
and you've been out on this course?
I've been out on the course. Yeah.
And what do you think?
It's a cool course because it's not the usual long, flat, straight roads.
Right.
There's a little more bite to it, which is good. I don't think it's a foregone conclusion how the race will pan out, which is for someone like me who's maybe a bit of an underdog. It's quite a nice position to be in.
It's sort of a nice position because you've got Olympic athletes, you've got 70.3 athletes, you've got full Ironman athletes, you've got multiple loops, which is more ITU-ish in the swim and on the bike, and the bike had 3 climbs per lap, something like that.
Yeah.
So that all of that and the roads, you're used to that road surface. That's UK road surface, right?
Yeah, it's a bumpy road, but I'm used to that. So.
Of course you are. So is it sort of nice being a little bit of an underdog?
Oh yeah, it's the best position to be in. Like I've got nothing to lose.
Nothing.
And I'm feeling good, so I'm ready to give it a good crack.
Yeah, and you're coming off a win at Challenge Vesbro.
Yep.
A third at the Europeans in Elsinore at 70.3. Fourth, challenge? Is it Riccione?
I think it's Riccione.
Riccione.
Yes.
See, look at you. And Challenge Salau third there. So you've been very, very consistent. Just one time off the podium, but so you feel like and then after this, the goal for the year is St. George.
The big goal for this year has always been St. George.
Okay.
And it's so late in the year that it's given us a little bit of freedom to do.
Yes.
Something a little bit different.
And so you'll take some time after this race.
Yeah, I'll have a bit of a rest and then build back into that. Hopefully go to Dallas.
Oh, go to U.S. Open.
Yeah. And then, on to St. George.
And so when you do a race like this, and just looking at the prize purse and how $1 million in prize purse, which is pretty sweet.
Yeah, it's good.
And I think people will be really going for it because everybody's guaranteed $2,000 if you finish the race.
Yeah.
So, the difference between, you get 15th place, that's $10,000.
Yeah,
that's more than you normally get for winning a race.
Oh, sure, yeah.
So taking a chance and going off the front a little bit and hammering, what the hell?
It's worth the roll of the dice.
Don't you think?
Yeah.
You think you're going to see some pretty aggressive racing?
Yeah, I really do. Yeah, I think a lot of people will just go all in and maybe hope that they hang on. So there might be some spectacular blow-ups. But
there's definitely going to be some spectacular blow-ups. Yeah, and then you're going to see a lot of people just going, just get to the finish.
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
But it's also fun looking and going, okay, I'm in 16th place, and I'm guaranteed $9K, but if I get 2 places up, I was $11,000. It's like every person is $1,000.
Yeah.
Who you go by.
Yeah, and I think the racing's going to be a lot closer than like a lot of other races. So, like those 2 people in front of you are probably just going to be within 20 seconds or so.
Of you, and that's going to make a big difference. Could be, so you're like, oh, that's 5,000 right there
exactly.
in front of me.
Yeah, it's much more like a WTS race rather than a Ironman. So that's quite cool.
That's very cool. And so you debuted 70.3 and you won, right, at Weymouth, and then you defended your title there in 2019. Yeah. So moving from, did you start ITU?
Yeah. I started ITU, World Series stuff, and then about 2019, I decided to make the switch, and then obviously the whole COVID thing happened. So my start was a little bit stalled.
Right.
So I feel like I'm only just getting into the swing of things now with middle distance stuff. Yeah.
And you like this format better than the ITU style racing?
Yeah.
Way better, right? Because
it's way better.
You can show your personality. You can show the way you race.
Yeah.
You can do whatever the heck you want.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like the races are a lot more relaxed, like the whole atmosphere around a race.
Right.
I'm much more in control of where I want to race and when I want to race.
Yeah, so rather than going every single week, you got to go here, I got to get points.
Exactly, especially on the GB team because there's always somebody waiting to get your slot. So
you guys have become the powerhouse. On the women's side,
which is great unless you're one of women trying to make the team. Yeah, exactly.
Get to the Olympics.
Yeah.
How close were you to making? Were you trying for 2016 or for 2020?
2016, I was trying for I wasn't really that close. I was close, but not that close.
Because they're so deep.
It's just impossible. It's impossible to get the starts, to get the points,
to
get
the problem.
Closer. Yeah.
It is. Well, what's great is you're here.
Yeah.
And there's $1 million on the line, and nobody else controls your destiny.
Yeah,
you have to do it yourself. If you have a race and go get podium, all of a sudden that changes your career.
Yeah, it's a big deal. Huge deal. Really big deal.
Love it. India, thank you for your patience, and thank you for taking time to chat with us.
Thank you.
And best of luck
Thanks,
tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Tomorrow at this time, you'll be going, I'm on the podium. This is awesome.
Hopefully.
Yes, I love it. India Lee has been our guest, everybody. Again, Breakfast with Bob from beautiful Edmonton, Canada. Hold on. We will be right